Have you ever worked for anybody that when you would find an issue with whatever it is that they were implementing, you'd bring it up and they'd say, well, it's your job to solve that, or why are you telling me this without solutions?
Again, younger James, you're going back to younger James. So yes, they would do that. And as I got older, becoming a little more methodical in my delivery, I would say, hey, Doug, that wall's broken. I'm going to do this. So it became more of a, I'm letting you know what I'm going to do because of this type conversation rather than, man, there's a hole in that wall. What do you want me to do? So again, the younger, older us, we have different different mentalities, as I'm sure you do as well.
Yeah. I'm talking about like, hey, we're going to roll this plan out, or we're going to make all these changes. And then operationally, those changes don't make sense. And when you bring that up, like it's that defense.
Yeah, people that come up with the programs get very defensive when you point things out. So what I've learned to do is ask, hey, can you explain to me why we're doing this? Because it doesn't make very much sense to me. Where's the fluidity in the operations? Where is this going to help Sally, decrease the number of steps that she has to take? And if you can do that, and I buy into it, I totally get it. Just tell me what the logic is behind what you're doing. The old me, young me would have been like, this is dumb. I don't understand. Whatever. I mean, I'll do it, but it's dumb. And now, as I've been around, the older, I don't want to say older, but the more educated leaders who kind of tell you things without telling you. And that's kind of how I ended up with that. I just got to the point where I just need you to explain it to me. Mm-hmm. Explain it to me to where I can understand and buy in and teach it. Because if I don't understand it and I can't teach it, I don't buy into it. I mean, the education piece is huge. I mean, we talk about that all the time. The first book was the big one, right? People, integrity, education. The education piece is huge. If you can't understand it, then you can't teach it, and you can't justify it. You can't sell it. And that's kind of to your point.
Yeah. I think about what you just said when you mentioned that you just kind of asked like where that thought process came from. And it made me realize that anytime I've developed programs like that or had to write training material, my goal was always to have somebody who's a user poke holes in whatever it is. Because the more holes you poke in something, the more you can figure out how to make it better,
Right.
I think part of, I guess, ego or self-awareness is not realizing that it's okay for people to poke holes in your ideas, because that's how your ideas are going to get better and evolve into things that are going to work.
Yeah, I want people to ask me questions, because sometimes, talking about it, you figure out maybe that wasn't the brightest thing, or maybe that is a hiccup in operations or the fluidity of execution, whatever the case may be. But, I guess the verbiage of poke holes sounds like a I gotcha type thing. So, I would probably ask the questions too. Hey, can you explain this? Or, I think that may have been my recent 5-year theme, asking the explanation part of something. This really helped me. I mean, I've gotten this far in the last 5 years. So
yeah, you're pretty awesome.
Thanks.
That's funny. I don't necessarily think poke holes is a bad thing. I think it's all about how you present that idea. Like for me, like if I was brainstorming a new way to do something, I would bring it to my team and I would say, tell me everything that's wrong with this. And then they would be able to help us. Then we could build a better plan together.
And I think you have a very valid point there. And the biggest thing there is for us, when I say us, me, is the delivery. Mm-hmm. So while you would say that, I would say, hey, this is what we're going to do. What do you think? So I kind of have a broader, I guess I want to know, but
I don't want to know.
Yeah. If you do have something, then cool, man. Let me know. Just say, hey, Russo, I just explain this to me, because I don't get it.